Sometimes it's metal show you what you have to do. My name is Norik Astvatsaturov. I am from Baku, Azerbaijan. I am Armenian. I used to live over there in Baku, but because of war we have to run away from over there. Over there was in this time very terrible. In this time we decide apply for refugee status in United States. We apply, we wait about 2 years what decide United States government. United States government after 2 years decides that yes, okay, you can come to an interview in Aza. We go to interview in Moscow, have very good interview. Even some young man, immigration service asked me question, why you wanna be in United States? I said, I get already mad. I said, how I cannot leave this country when I serve for Soviet Union, for Russia, in military and everything. I was over there, and when come time protect my family, nobody won't protect my family. How I can stay in this country? That's why I wanna leave this country. I wanna go to United States. Our people have very hard history, very bad time, already 1,000 years. Because we live in not same place, because we Christian, because of lots of because of.
The Armenians are in many ways a unique people, a unique culture. You could almost say a unique civilization. They are located in the Caucasus, which is one of the ethnically most confused and confusing and crowded spots in the world. Sort of, some people would claim it's the far eastern lip of Europe. The Caucasus is an extremely complicated demographic landscape with Georgians and Azerbaijanis and Armenians, but also Chechens and Ingush and Dagestanis and Laz and many, many, many other smaller groups. The Soviets created a pattern of political territories that were not necessarily contiguous, so that, for instance, all the Armenians don't live in the Armenian Soviet Socialist Republic. There's a significant Armenian population 4 kilometers away, but separated by a strip of Azerbaijan in a region called Nagorno-Karabakh. This region was over 70% Armenian, but it was technically under Azeri sovereignty. Likewise, there was an Azeri region inside Armenia. That region's called Nakhichevan. And both sides were looking to sort of regain the territory. By the late 1980s, this emerges as a grievance. They were both agitating for rule over their co-nationals in the other one's territory. I guess it would have been super if they could have simply exchanged, but that's not what happened. Actual ethnic violence breaks out in the late 1980s. It's only sporadic, but in 1991, when the Soviet Union falls apart and Armenia and Azerbaijan become sovereign independent states, they went to war. Many people from Nagorno-Karabakh, for instance, would have fled because of the uncertainty or the fighting.
I came to the United States, just $20 I spent in the airport because we was hungry for buy some food, a pizza and other stuff for my children. They was, and I here in the United States for $180. But I was feel okay because I did not have to worry about my children, my wife. Probably we will have much better life. We came in here, Wahpeton, because we live in Yerevan, in basement, my aunt, and basement very small, about 7 meters to 7 meters. 4 people live over there. Bathroom was outside. Kitchen was some very bad place. When we come here, this apartment, and I see these 3 bedrooms, very big living room. I said, my wife, we now in heaven. My name Astvatsaturov, it means God-given. If translate from Armenian language, Astvat it means God, Turov is given, God given. That's why maybe God gave me this opportunity to live in this country and have this good life so far with good children, grandchildren. That's why, that's all my life. Metal working came from long time ago, 2000 years ago, even more. Maybe it's come from my grandparents, maybe it's come from my grandparents, but I don't know. But when I see this metal work, I decide I have to try. I starting do this metal working is 19 years old.
The other great craft that the Armenians are known for would have to be metallurgy. And this, I believe, fits in with our artist. Armenia is a very, very mountainous country. It sits over an enormous amount of gold and silver and copper and molybdenum and bauxite and basically every metal, every useful and heavy metal that you can think of. Going back into really pre-Christian times, the Armenians were making coins and were making all kinds of arts and crafts based on these metals.
When I came here, first I did a cross for our church, who was our sponsor. They make an Armenian style cross. It is in church. It was first, but I asked people, it was aluminum, very thin metal, very hard to work because it's hard, but I did how I can. Give them present because they, my sponsor, my family sponsor, I want to do something for these people because people lots of help us when we come here. I knew that Mary was a refugee. She ran with child. When I see that, it probably looks like our history. Everybody worry about his children. I remember some people ask me, how many times you hit? I never count. One time, another time, thousands times, one side, another side. And it takes a long time to do this stuff, but it depends what kind of stuff you're doing. It depends on size, it depends details. If you have more details, more difficult, it takes time more. Simple stuff you can do, but you have to do again with heart, with everything that it will be look like stuff or what look like you have in your heart, in your mind. I hope people will like. People know about what I'm doing, but people will like what I'm doing. And I want to tell before exhibition, I have a good event for me. I have some grant from Bush Foundation. Probably it is a big grant in my life, what I had. And this grant, I tell you, helped me more free feel about take day offs, take some time and do this stuff. I want to show not the people here who we are, because lots of people come here and somebody show who he is, somebody don't want to show, but we have to show who we are. We don't have to lose our roots, who we are. Okay, just don't make mistake.
Ձերի շուրն է մատնում, ոտքսու ձերքը ստաց եմ անում, խալբալ տալ են լոդի ձգանել, բազարումը հաց են անում, խալբալ տալ են լոդի ձգանել, բազարումը հաց են անում.